Alright guys, welcome to the making of the Rocket Boots video. I like to do a theory tester every now and then. I don't do one every week because I like to do a couple of short films, like the Slender one and the Lights Camera Action that I previously did, which I was very thrilled with the outcome of Lights Camera Action. I wasn't too happy with the audio of this, but I'm going to go back through. I'm not actually finished with it yet. I'm going to go back through and revamp the audio a little bit better. What I'm doing right here is I'm color correcting. Now when it comes to the theory testers, I don't want to give it that really cinematic, high contrast, low saturation, blue look that I usually do. With theory testers, I just want a really crystal clear, regular picture. No, not too much color correction. So what I've got is I've already got levels opened up. Now what levels does is it lets you control the black inputs and the white inputs of the footage. Now, when it comes to color correcting and getting a really clear picture, what I like to do is I like to cut out a little bit of the blacks and cut out a little bit of the whites. And what that does is that drastically increases the contrast of the video. It makes it more clear. It cuts out that that foggy look from before the color correcting actually takes place. So what I've done is I've kind of squeezed in the blacks and whites of the levels a little bit. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to go to the effects panel, go to color correction, and open up, if I can find it, brightness and contrast. And I'm going to raise the contrast up just a little, just enough to make the darks a little bit darker. And as you can see, that's already increased the overall look a lot better. Another thing I like to do as far as the theory testers go is go to the blur and sharpen channel and go to unsharp mask. Now what that does is that finds all of the outlines of the dark areas, and what you can do is you can kind of sharpen it up a little bit without making it look too ridiculous. I don't like to go over the top with this one, just enough to kind of refine the edges a little bit. Here we go, we bump that up just a hair, and we'll go back, and right there is the before and after. Right there's before and right there's after, and it gives it a really nice look. I like that a lot.
With every video you make, there's always going to be some kind of a problem that arises the day of the shoot, and that problem for us was the overcast. It was really patchy, which means when shooting in between two shots, the lighting would change. Now, normally that's not a big issue, but whenever you're outside and you're using a green screen, it's a big problem because the lighting on the character behind the green screen is going to be different than the backdrop that you use. For instance, what we did to shoot him actually taking off in the air is we took one shot of him behind the green screen, and then we took one shot that was just a still plate of the background. We then placed the green screen shot over, masked around the unneeded areas, and keyed out using Keylight 1.2 to remove all the green. As far as the actual jet rockets propelling, what I used was a lens flare. There's actually no flames, nor are there sparks, just two lens flares. I use the 135mm lens flares that come pre-stock with After Effects. And for the smoke, I use Video Copilot's Action Essentials 2, and I used dust elements. And what happened is I had 2 layers of dust elements. I masked out Tyler's car and put the first layer of dust going out behind his car. Then I added a second layer to come out over the car to give it that 3D feel. That way, it wasn't just one layer of dust in front of everything. I put the lens flares behind the dust too, just to give it that different lighting change. And the shot was actually recorded on a tripod from a fairly far distance. And what I did is I added a digital camera shake. To get Josh to actually move around in the air, I used a little plugin called Wiggler, which is what I use for all my digital camera shakes, but I applied it to him first instead of the backdrop. And that kind of made him fluctuate while he was flying through the air. Now, we actually used a green screen that we bought from Walmart. Walmart and Dollar General are the 2 best places to go shopping at as far as videos go, because they're both cheap and you can find anything you need. I am eventually going to invest in an actual green screen because it would just, it'd be a lot better quality. However, for the time being, we needed a green backdrop. So what I did is I went to the department where you buy cloth and just bought 2 like 3-yard length cloths and a bunch of green poster boards. And then I just kind of went from there. I keyed out the poster boards because the poster boards were a different color than the actual backdrop cloth that I used. So I had to use 2 different layers of key light. So anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video as much as I did. I had a lot of fun doing it. Sorry I didn't have a behind the scenes look on Lights Camera Action, but from now on I will be doing behind the scenes with all of my videos. So thank you guys very much and subscribe. And if you haven't seen the video yet, be sure to check it out on my channel.
Josh. No, I should like ride and then stop.
Stay where you were though.
Be like, oh.
Alright, yeah, do that. Ready?
Oh,
And hold on,
screw.
Hold on. And shush.
Should I just like ride off?
Yeah, just be
Be
like,
like,
oh, screw, and then straight face
Oh,
right off.
screw. Oh well.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
And action.
Oh, screw.